Why should you put out press releases and how? Press releases are great. It gives you an opportunity to talk about something new, whether you've hired a new team member, come up with a new product, just completed a great website overhaul. Doesn't matter really what it is as long as it's at least a little bit interesting. But it gives you an opportunity to put your word out in a new place that you're not ordinarily in. And if you do it right, you can get both search cred and human cred. In other words, you'll have human beings reading it and hopefully following the links back to where you do your business. And it can really be good for business. You know, over and over again, we say you want a healthy online presence. And that includes all the things we've talked about. Website, new web pages, blogging, social media, YouTube channel if that's the kind of business you're in. A lot of offline stuff works really well again, even though for a long time people thought that was going away. It really hasn't. But one place, again, that you can do this, if you don't forget, is to go with press releases. There's a certain format for writing most press releases. If you use a specific news agency, you want to get their format. One place we often post is on prlog.org. That can be a really helpful resource. It's free, you just sign up, you post stuff, and it gets blasted out to a bunch of different areas. Hey, is anybody ever going to see that? Well, maybe a few people, especially interested in what you do, will see it. But more importantly, prlog.org is searchable, and so we've often found that when we put the right keywords in a press release, that becomes search powerful, shows up on maybe the first page of Google, and gets people to see our business when they're searching for something like what we offer, and then either get excited about it by reading the press release or finding a link on it and coming back to our website. So there's definitely some SEO and search value in press releases. Another way to go is to really create a great relationship with one of your local news agencies so that when you do something that's worth talking about, you can call somebody up at the news desk and say, hey, you know, I'm so-and-so, we've talked before, I've got this new thing happening, I'd like to send it over to you. A lot of times people in the news bureaus are looking for good information, and if you have a good relationship with them, they'll put that out for you, and that'll give you a lot more powerful reach in a local setting. You know, around here where we live in Ann Arbor, that's MLive. It used to be Ann Arbor News, but where you live, there may be a different agency or a different local news source. And don't forget things like local calendars. If you're going to do a press release anyway, and you're talking about some event or an upcoming event, don't forget to post it on the local calendar so that you have a better chance of people finding it than they would if it's just only on the press release, which might go to a national release and never really show up in your area. Lots you can do on this. You've got to dig deeper to really figure out what's going to work for you. But don't miss out on this opportunity. And remember, it's not going to get lost in the wilderness, because at the very least, a lot of these better agencies do have search capability. And what that means is Google's going to notice when they're properly keyword written and give you some cred there and some search results you might not otherwise get.